Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. So this is going to be your monthly energy reading for air signs, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. So basically, I'll be giving you guidance for the upcoming month of October, but I've mentioned this in my last videos. Tarot is timeless, so if you come across this video sometime after October, then it could still apply to you. Just take it and apply it to, whichever month is coming up for you, whenever you see this video. But yeah, for the most part, this will be for October 2020, and I'll basically be giving you like the overall energy that I'm feeling in October, like what you can expect October to kind of feel like for you, or like the overall theme of it, I guess you could say. And we'll also be talking about what will be blocking you in the upcoming month, so any like hurdles or any obstacles that you may have to overcome. And then we'll be talking about your blessings, like something good that's coming to you in the upcoming month. And then we'll be talking about your outside energy, where I basically look at, a connection that's affecting you the most, in the upcoming month. Okay. So let's dive into it. Again, this is for air signs, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. And as always, I will be doing an extended reading. So if you resonate with this reading and you feel like you want more in-depth messages, then you can go ahead and click in the description box. The link will be down there, and that's where the extended video will be. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this, air signs. Okay, so let's start with the overall energy for October. We have the Five of Wands and we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so immediately what I'm hearing with the Ace of Swords being here is an idea, and it's a group of people having a similar idea. So, okay, I'm trying to figure out the best way to put this. I talked about this on Twitter once, that when you have an idea, it doesn't just go to you, it goes to multiple people. Like when you suddenly have a creative idea that's coming from a higher realm, and it doesn't just get downloaded into your thoughts, it gets downloaded into multiple people's thoughts. That's why a lot of people will have the same creative idea around the same time, and then someone will go and do something with the idea, and then the other people will be like, wow, I had that idea like years ago and I never acted on it, and now this person is making like millions of dollars off of it. You see what I'm saying? I'm sure that's happened to some of you before. You've had an idea, you've dismissed it or whatever, and then next thing you know, you see somebody profiting off of it. And it's because, like I said, multiple people get the same intuitive downloads and creative ideas, and then at that point it's just a race to see who's going to act on it. So I see that happening in October. I see you getting some sort of creative idea, and you're being asked to actually act on that idea, because if not, in the future you will see someone else kind of capitalizing off of it, and it's just going to piss you off. Like personally, that's happened to me numerous times. It really does piss me off. So yeah, you're being asked to capitalize, and I feel like you know this, or you have been experiencing this. There's a certain idea that's been kind of like pestering you, almost like you've been getting signs, you've been getting synchronicities, and you're needing to go ahead and act on that idea, because like I said, you will see someone else capitalizing off of it, and it will piss you off. It will, trust me. But also I'm seeing for the month of October, this is going to be a month where you're going to be gaining a lot of clarity through different perspectives. Sometimes when we have an issue, or we have like something that we need to solve, at times we can kind of shut everybody else's opinions out and just kind of focus on the problem and try to solve it ourselves, which sometimes that works, because sometimes if there's too much outside chatter, outside like people chiming in, it's hard to make a decision. But sometimes it doesn't work. Like there's certain circumstances where if we're too one-track minded and we're too close to the problem, it's hard for us to solve it. But when we hear different people's perspectives, it can kind of give us some sort of epiphany or some sort of clarity. So I see the month of October being a month where other people's perspectives could actually help you to solve a problem. So if you're normally the type of person that's just like, no, I have to solve this myself, I'm shutting everybody out, and I'm just going to focus on solving this myself, that may not be beneficial for you in the month of October. So just keep that in mind. I am also seeing here with the Ace of Swords that there may be some sort of competition that you are making a decision about, which is interesting. It's like you having the final say in something with the Ace of Swords. And when I say competition, I should say like there's some sort of like options. And you having like the final say in whatever these options are. So you may need to make a decision that is based off of, logic. I'm seeing that very clearly here, that there's like multiple options for you here. And what I'm hearing is that the options are very, what's the word I'm hearing? It's like the options are different, but they're so similar that it could be easy for you to be kind of torn in multiple directions. And so you're needing to use your logic to figure out which one is best for you. You see? I really hope that makes sense. That's like if there's multiple people who want to like date you, right? And you like all of them, obviously. You have some sort of emotional connection to all of them. So they're similar in that way. But you're needing to logically think which one would be there for me long term, or which one is best for me, which one has shown consistency, which one is a match for what I want long term. You see what I'm saying? It's like there's some sort of competition, or there's some sort of options that I'm seeing here where you are like the final judge. You make the final decision on it, and you're needing to use your logic, because if you use your emotions, it's like I feel like you have an emotional connection to each of these options. So in that way, they seem a little too similar when it comes to your emotions. But when you use your logic, that's when one of them specifically stands out to you. So keep that in mind. Oh, I'm also hearing that the month of October may come with you using different talents that you may have in order to it's like combining different talents that you have in order to create something. What is it called? Talent stacking. When you're good at multiple things and you're needing to use all of those things to help create something. That's like if you wanted to start a YouTube channel, right? And you're good at editing videos, but you're also really good at like home decor, like, you know, decorations and stuff like that. You're also good at like speaking. Like you could combine all those three things into one to make your video great. You see what I'm saying? It's like you are needing to look at multiple things that you are skilled in, multiple things that you're gifted in, and you're being asked to combine those things in order to create something, is what I'm seeing here. All right, those are the messages for that. See if there's anything else coming through for your overall energy. Those were a lot of messages. Yeah, I think that's it for that. But yeah, I'm not feeling anything heavy though. I'm not feeling any heavy energy for the month of October. It just seems more like clarity, decisions, and things of that sort. But I'm not seeing anything that's too like crazy going on here. But we'll see as we, continue on in the reading. So let's move on to your blockages. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Six of Cups. Oh boy. Okay. The Six of Pentacles in reverse talks about you giving too much. So that's going to be something that blocks you in the month of October. You're giving way too much, and it's like you're giving something that you barely have yourself. So it's like if you're low on energy, you're still giving people your energy. If you're low on money, you're still giving people your money. It's like you are really needing to understand and see in the month of October that this is greatly doing you a disservice, is what I'm hearing. Like you can't give people what you yourself barely have. And I understand that you are a generous person. You are someone who likes to see people comfortable. You like to see people in a good position. You don't like to see people struggling or see people going without. But you yourself will struggle and go without if you keep giving what you do not have. You see, that's like if you have like $10 left to your name and then someone calls you like, hey, can I borrow $9? You'll go ahead and give it to them. You see what I'm saying? And it may not be that extreme. Like some of you are like, hell no, I would not. Hell no, I wouldn't. But you get what I'm trying to say. It's like you're giving too much and you're needing to preserve some for yourself. It's okay to say no. It's okay to be selfish sometimes, because sometimes you being selfless is actually you neglecting yourself or you doing yourself harm. You see, I do see the Six of Cups here too. I feel like you do this overextending yourself, because like I said, you really just want to see people in a good position. Like you see people that you love or people that you're emotionally connected to in some way, and you see them struggling, and it really just bothers you. Like it really, really bothers you on an emotional level, and so you just want to see them happy. But sometimes, like I said, you need to look at yourself and have that same compassion for yourself. Like, is it fair that you have to go without even though they are benefiting? You see what I'm saying? So yeah, just needing to take that into consideration for sure. I also do see that there may be a need for you in the month of October to invest into things that help you to connect with your inner child, with the Six of Cups being here. I feel like yes, we have, responsibilities. Yes, as adults, we have things we need to take care of, but it's important sometimes to prioritize, things that make your inner child happy, playful energy, having fun, especially in these months of like October. It depends on where you're located, but I am hearing like, seasonal depression, or just like seasonal, what's it called, the seasonal blues, where like around this time of year things could just seem a little depressing or a little dark, a little moody. And so it's like needing to prioritize having fun in order to kind of help impact your mental health, and help to positively impact your mental health, I guess I should say. So yeah, just kind of keep that in mind. But overall, the energy that I'm getting for this is needing to not overgive to the point where you yourself are being deprived. Trying to see if there's anything else here, and this especially goes for those of you who overgive to loved ones, because I see here that it's easy for you to say no to people who you're not that emotionally connected to. That's when you can kind of say, no, I don't have enough money to let you borrow anything. Absolutely not. Like, it's easy for you to say no, but when it's someone who you are really connected to, it's like you have a very hard time saying no, and you're needing to take that into consideration for the upcoming month. So let's see your blessings that are coming up in the month of October. We have the Page of Pentacles, and we also have the Empress card here. So with the Empress card being here in the reverse, this is basically telling me that there's something that you were trying to get to grow and you could not get it to grow. And that's coming up as a blessing in the month of October for sure. It's almost like something that you put energy into, and it's like no matter what you did, it seemed like it just wasn't enough. It, like, the image that I'm getting is kind of like a bucket, right? And there's a hole in the bucket, and you keep on pouring water into the bucket, and the water is just dripping out of it, so you can't fill the bucket. And obviously there's something wrong with the bucket. It's not your fault. Like, you're putting the water into it. It just keeps getting drained out. That's what that situation was. It was like defective. There was something that was not right about it. And so that's why whenever you would put water into it, or you would put, your energy into it, it just kept draining out. There was something just not right about it. And so the month of October, the blessing that you're going to get is your ability to see that it wasn't your fault, and your ability to know why things did not work out. Or it's like, that time period where it finally clicks, like, oh, that's why that thing got blocked from me. That's why that person left me. That's why that job rejected me. It's like having that clarity about why you're better off without it. And that's one of the best blessings you can get, because without that blessing, you continue to blame yourself, or you continue to feel like I missed out on something. And when you finally get that epiphany where you're just like, oh, okay, that's why God blocked me from that. That's why, the universe didn't want me going in that direction. It's like this sense of like relief. And then you can finally like release, that feeling or that burden that you've been carrying, thinking that you weren't good enough, or thinking that you missed out on something. Like, you can finally release that and kind of move forward. Yeah, and that's very clear, because the Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Empress card, it's like the universe was really blocking this. Like, the universe really did not want you to put any more energy into this. I feel like you put a fair amount of energy into it, and the universe did something that blocked you from being able to put more into it. So for example, like, you could have been at a certain job, and then maybe like you got hurt in some way, and like you couldn't work that job anymore. It's like the universe really did not want you to continue on with this, or maybe something happened where you had to quit a certain habit or something along those lines. Like, something stepped in and was like, no, you're not putting any more energy into this. And you're going to see exactly why that is. It's like your course was being redirected so that you could put your energy into things that would end up prosperous, and not put energy into things that were just going to end up crumbling. Okay, so now looking at your connection, or your outside energy, I guess I should say, for October. This is a person or a group of people who are affecting you or impacting you the most in October. So you're coming up as the Queen of Pentacles, and this other person is coming up as the Six of Swords. So it looks like you kind of have your mind made up about this situation, with the Queen of Pentacles being here. And if you don't have your mind made up about it, you will in the month of October. At some point, you are very clear about what you want. It's like you have a very grounded energy when it comes to this situation. You're willing to invest in it, you're willing to give to it, and you're very sure about the fact that you're willing to give to it, right? But then this other person, they seem to be a bit when it comes to the connection, because they're coming up as the Six of Swords. So this is like them kind of oscillating between, okay, this is what I want, and then kind of being like, nope, this is actually not what I want. It's like there may have been something that happened between you two that made things a little bit rocky, that made things a little bit shaky, and you may have recovered from those things more quickly than they have. So they may just be very confused about what to do next, like they're trying to get back to a place of feeling solid within the connection again. But whatever took place, it really did kind of make them feel just kind of shaky and made the connection feel kind of unstable. And this could be switched around, by the way. You could be the person, so just take it as it resonates. You could be the person that is on shaky grounds, and they could be the person that's sure. So just switch it if it, depending on who it resonates with. But yeah, it's like one person in the connection that they are really trying to gain some sort of clarity, or they're trying to settle their mind about whatever took place, because whatever happened, like I said, it caused them to just be really shaky, and they're trying to figure out now exactly what to do next. They're trying to move their mind into a place of calmer waters where they'll be able to, give you some sort of consistency or stability. So if, there's someone who is not giving you stability, it's because their mind is genuinely not made up. It's like they're oscillating between like, I don't know, should I stay, should I go, will it be okay, will it not be okay, I'm fine with what happened, I'm pissed about what happened. It's like they're going back and forth, and I feel like they are trying their best to level out, but it's difficult to do so. And again, that could be you, and then the other person, could be them that's feeling stable. I'm gonna pull more, let me pull some clarifying cards for that. And again, this can be a group of people, or it could be one person. This could be a family member. This could be a romantic partner. Pull clarifying cards for each. False person card. Family room. Okay. False person card clarifying the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, whoever this Queen of Pentacles is, they are very sure. I just see like them being very stable. They're very sure about exactly what they want to do moving forward. If there's been anything rocky that has gone on, they have forgiven somehow, some way. It's like they've been able to really forgive, and they are very sure about what it is that they want to do moving forward. It could very well be also that this Queen of Pentacles energy is someone who has a lot of integrity. They're very truthful. They are very solid within themselves. So they have this energy of like, I know I'm a solid person, so I can go ahead and invest in this, because if the other person messes up, that's their loss. You see, it's like they're not fearing things going left, because they know, like I said, that they're very solid, they're very stable, and if the other person messes up, that's on them. You see, the other person, we have the family room in the reverse. Again, this other person is just really oscillating, and if this is you that's kind of going back and forth and feeling kind of unstable, that's perfectly fine, because I feel like there's no need to judge yourself for that, because I feel like something did happen that caused this to happen. It's not like you're choosing to be back and forth. It's like something has caused this to happen. Something that really shook you up, or that shook this person up, whether it's you or the other person. The family room being in reverse, this is like not feeling at home, not feeling at peace, or feeling at home or at peace at one point in time, and then having it taken away from you very suddenly, and having it kind of like the rug pulled from under your feet, and feeling very unsafe. So yeah, it's like that. It's like feeling very hesitant to feel comfort again, because you don't want it to be taken from you the way that it was. So yeah, if you are indecisive, or that other person is indecisive, that's what I'm getting from this. It's like something was like snatched away, and so now they hesitate to even get comfortable. Even if they wanted to, it's hard for them to do so, because their mind is always on high alert about like, okay, I don't want this to be taken from me again, so should I even settle down? This could be like, for example, a relationship where both people did wrong to each other, right? And one person is able to kind of get past it, or maybe one person did the wrong and the other didn't. So naturally, the person who did wrong, they're able to kind of like try to give stability again, because they weren't the one that was wronged. The other person was wronged, and so that could be the person that is kind of like, I don't know if I should jump back into this. I hope that this is making sense. I hope it's not confusing with me jumping back and forth between people. But yeah, overall, just to recap, there's one person here who is ready and willing to put in the work. They're feeling like very grounded, like I'm willing to put in the work. I feel comfortable where I am. I'm willing to put this in long term, and they're being sincere. And then there's the other person who can't seem to let go of something that was taken from them, or something that shook up their stability. And now they're having a hard time, you know, grounding themselves and figuring out if they actually want to get comfortable and settle down and reinvest into this. So we're going to look more into these two connections, or these two people. One is you, one is the other person. We're going to look more into those and in the extended video, and I'll also be pulling additional cards for you just to give you more insight or more advice as well. So basically we'll be doing more in-depth messages about, you know, your connection, and then I'll be pulling a second spread just to give you further advice about October. So thank you for watching, air signs. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that it resonated, and I will see you guys over on the extended.